It's showtime! So a couple days ago, there were photos being posted on Twitter about a mural that was being painted outside of a soundstage. The mural, so far, it looked like all of the Beetlejuice 2020 Halloween Horror Nights merch. So we kind of put two and two together and assumed, oh, there's probably going to be a Beetlejuice house. And guess what? There is. We were actually able to get a virtual pass for the haunted house, so...
Yeah, we got a pretty early one too. Ours is at 10:40 in the morning.
I don't normally like haunted houses that much, but I do love Beetlejuice, so...
I can tell by your outfit.
Yeah, and I was listening to like the Beetlejuice musical before we got here.
You've been listening to that musical for the past couple weeks.
I have been, and I didn't even know about this.
Yeah.
I just like the musical.
It
sounds good.
I love that musical too.
So we're actually in the Halloween tribute store right now because, you know, it's Beetlejuice themed, so it fits appropriately with this video.
Yeah.
And while we are in here, we actually noticed that everything Halloween Horror Nights is 70% off, plus your pass holder discount, so we're getting some posters. There's still a lot of stuff left. There's like shirts, glasses, posters.
Yeah, they have, it looks like they still have everything. So
yeah,
whatever you wanted earlier in the year, you can get it 70% off now.
Yep. And if you're a pass holder, you get that sweet, sweet discount.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the look of this set.
Yeah, it looks awesome in this store. I know, if it looks this cool in here, I bet it's gonna look incredible inside of the house. Ooh, Dante's! Isn't this cool, Lily?
Yeah. Double dying Barbra and Adam.
Yeah. That's incredible.
I like this hat.
See, look, 70% off.
We're actually also getting these two cups. Normally this one would be 20 and normally this one would be 12, so... Okay, so all of the stuff that we got should have been around like, what,
62?
Or 62. It actually came down to, what, 16?
$16.
Yeah, it came down to $16. That's a really good deal.
Yeah. And look at this.
I love this section. Okay, so the first few things that I got was this poster. I love clown.
You love clown?
I love clown. There's one particular clown, but you'll never know what clown that is.
It's probably that clown.
You don't know that. And I got pumpkin.
That's awesome.
With chainsaw.
Pumpkin and clown.
I got this really cool cup. I absolutely love the artwork on it.
Yeah, I like it too.
I love that the sandworm is the holder.
Yeah.
It's really
look at the inside.
Yeah, the inside's really cool. It
yeah.
says Beetlejuice.
Nice.
This cup is normally $20.
Right.
So we got a really good discount. Our whole entire thing, everything combined, didn't even cost $20.
I know, it's $16 for everything.
Normally one cup is $20.
Right.
So that's pretty cool. And then I got another cup of Jack the Clown. It looks really cool. I also love the artwork on it. Look at that clown. That clown, man.
Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff. We got
a lot of clowns.
I thought about getting shirts and things like that too, but
I also thought about it, but I decided nah.
I know.
Yeah. Well, how much is this cup normally? $12.
Yeah.
We had like what?
It should have came to $62 total, and it only came to $16.
Oh yeah. Look
yeah.
at us.
Bargain shopping.
Discount.
Yeah.
Well, it seems to be about time for our virtual line pass. So let's go to the haunted house. Can't wait. Oh, cool. Look, Scooby-Doo and the Mystery Gang are up. I'm glad we got our virtual pass already.
Jackie!
Oh my God.
Hi, how are you doing? I know, I want to hug, but you know.
I know, me too. I'm actually yeah.
You look fantastic!
You guys look fantastic!
Your spooky dress is beautiful.
I started out with a costume and it was so itchy. Before I left the house, I was like, no, it's like a Halloween dress.
That's awesome. Our costumes are at home. I'm light makeup and everything, so I'm going to be all out tonight.
Did you guys get
Yeah, we got one for this morning. Did you too?
Amazing.
You did it already?
I did it already. I just did it.
Or was it more fun?
It's like Ghostbusters. Like it's not scary. Okay, like
She doesn't want scary. She's a
there's not scary at all. It's like
Okay,
walking
that's what I
through the movie, and every room I was like, ah!
Yeah, 'cause I'm like,
Oh, that's exciting.
Make a scene where they all get possessed and sing like a fun song.
No spoilers, but I loved it.
Okay.
Oh, good.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like it's one party at a time, so I was all alone, and they're like,
Oh my gosh.
I was like, yes! It was
I'm gonna
amazing.
tell them I'm by myself. Sorry guys, I'm kidding.
Yeah, going through alone is like, I just can't even. It's
That's
so
so
good.
cool.
That was awesome running into Jackie. I'll leave a link to her channel in the description. Her channel's name is Super Enthused, and she's really cool. She's really kind, and I absolutely love her channel. You know what's funny about this? We have to go through the Barney area to get here.
Woo! Yeah, Barney and friends.
Scariest thing I saw today.
It really sets the mood for Beetlejuice, you know?
Okay, so right now we are entering Beetlejuice, the haunted house. Ignore the Barney behind me. This will be great, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
I love Beetlejuice.
Are your nerves a little calm now that you talked to Jackie and
Yeah, it's a little, yeah.
she said it's not too scary, it's more
Yeah.
like being in a movie set.
Yeah.
So I think I
I'm
think
sure
you're gonna handle
for
this
a
just
fact that
fine.
There will be some jump scares, but I hope that I'll be able to like get over them.
Yeah, I bet you will. We'll
Yeah.
keep you in a little protective bubble between me and your dad and your
No
sister.
Beetlejuice is getting me today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're backstage. We're actually not allowed to film inside the haunted house, so sorry about that, but I can tell you about my experiences in the haunted house.
When you get off.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
Literally
actually
nothing about
really,
how anything is
to me
made.
it's really fun to be behind
Yeah, me too. I
the
love
scenes
it.
and to see what it looks.
Yeah, 'cause
I don't
you,
know,
like,
just to
never
see what everything
this
looks like.
normally.
Yeah, it's exciting.
It is cool. Just to
Oh
be
my
somewhere
gosh! Look, that's where the parades are. Like, look back there, behind those
Whoa, it's
lovely
so
porta
cool.
potties. I see parade floats.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so weird to be back here, but I love it.
Oh my gosh, there's a parade starting. There it goes.
Of course it's that one. That one always starts.
Wow. Wow.
Whoa, that's so cool.
That is cool. Look at this. What is going on here?
Good to see you.
I think this must be like the actors from the haunted house.
Yeah. I saw Barbra.
You saw Barbara?
Yeah, I saw like the demented
They did a good
version.
job hiding their costumes.
I just saw the mask for Barbra.
Yeah, it looked like they were using the Dementor costumes to cover the Beetlejuice costumes.
There was a bunch of people in the haunted house getting ready to do costume changes. So
Or maybe not, I think it was like a shift change.
Yeah, it was like a shift change.
Yeah, so those were like all the actors,
Yeah.
yeah, leaving.
They did a good job
And
of
they,
covering their
yeah, they were
costumes.
covering it. They're all wearing robes so you couldn't see their costumes.
That is pretty cool.
Behind the scenes. Oh, there's a pineapple under the sea.
Okay. Here's the mural we've been seeing.
Yeah, the mural they've been posting online.
Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit nervous, but
Are you? I think it's gonna be fine. It's
yeah, it'll
Beetlejuice.
probably be fine. There's nothing scary about this movie. It's a comedy movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're about to go in the house. As soon as we get out, I'll tell you what I thought about it. And here we go!
So
That was so cool!
yeah.
That was amazing! I need a moment to process this. That was absolutely, like, of course it would be absolutely wonderful. This is Universal. They have a wonderful props, wonderful everything, but like, it felt like I was walking through the movie.
Yeah. It was even better. I felt like it was even cooler than the movie.
Well, probably because we were in it.
Yeah.
It was so cool. Like, it wasn't scary at all, but like, that's what I was expecting.
There were some jump scares though, but
Barbra scared me a couple times, but that was someone with a sheet on their head. So.
that's all it takes.
Okay. That was unbelievably cool. Like, I can barely process my thoughts about how cool that was. I'm normally really scared. Like I've said before, I don't like haunted houses that much. But it was a mixture of everything I liked about haunted houses. The thing why I have a problem with the other haunted houses is I love haunted houses, I love costumes, I love the look of everything. But then there's always like scary stuff going on and flashing lights and loud noises.
And you think they're gonna get you?
Yeah, so then I like hug my mom and don't look at anything.
Yeah.
Which then makes me miss out on all of the cool stuff like happening around me because I'm like, oh, jump scare. But like in this, sure there were jump scares, but it's mostly like friendly faces like, oh, it's a person in a sheet. I'm gonna be talking about some of the scenes here, so if you don't want it, please skip.
Or spoilers, yeah.
Spoilers.
If you don't want any spoilers,
yeah.
Skip ahead a minute.
But it's like, we're like, oh, it's Beetlejuice, haha, and then he says like some weird quirky line. It's like, okay, and then the fear's just like gone, so I'm not that like scared.
Because he's always funny.
Yeah, and I like that they didn't take the comedy away from it. It was like, it was just a bomb. When I first walked in, there was a Beetlejuice standing there, and he was like, hey, we shop at the same place.
Yeah.
And it, like, instantly,
and you looked the same. You both had on like a bright face mask and the same exact jacket and pants. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It like instantly I was like, okay, now I know what I'm getting into. When I first looked in, when you first go in, you see a hallway with a moving
like that
moving
black and
walls.
white thing that
Yeah, there's black and white stripes and moving halls, and I was like, okay, this seems pretty fun. You know, it's not that scary. It's more like a fun house type, and I absolutely loved that. And so then I went in, and then the floor started like tilting, and I was like, what is going on?
And smoke came out of the ground.
Yeah, like, I don't even know how they did that. And then we went through like another hallway, and the floor was still like moving, and I was like, how are they doing this? Because it felt like it was gonna like loop, but obviously it can't.
No, it was fine.
Then you can't walk.
I think that was like your eyes, you know, playing a trick on you too. It wasn't
I thought it was, but then when we came off, there was like a platform there.
Oh yeah, it was like
slightly.
a little, but yeah, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, but it was mostly just like a trick of your eyes and your brain.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
When we walked in the other room, the floor
You
was
thought it
also
was moving because you were holding on to me, and I was pretending I was falling every few seconds because it was spinning. Aha, that was me. Yeah, it was totally me. I was pretending I was falling.
Really?
Yes. Because it was spinning, and I was like, whoa, and I kept saying whoa, and I was pretending I was tripping.
No,
but
it was
yeah, that was me.
Well, you made me trip.
I know.
Thank you. But like,
for a second, I'm like, when was the floor moving? And then I remembered, oh, I was pretending it was moving, and I guess it worked. I'm a good actress, I guess.
yeah, it did work.
Yeah, self-taught, no lessons.
But I think it was mostly in my mind.
Yeah.
Trying to say, oh,
well, the
it's
walls
moving.
were moving,
Like,
so it felt like we
the walls
were.
were moving, so it felt like the floor. I love the waiting room scene because there was like the guy on fire and a bunch of like smoke was coming out.
Yeah, he was completely charred, and there was like a bunch of smoke coming out of his body. And then the whole, they had all the ghosts from the waiting, or all the dead people from the waiting room were in there.
Oh, it was so cool. Oh, you know what I loved?
What?
There was the last room with a sandworm, and like it was like moving around.
Oh yeah, when the sandworm came right at you, like it was gonna get you.
Yeah, that was super cool. And also there was another scene where it was playing Deo, and like there was like tentacle monsters.
Oh, it was like the dining room scene, but upside down, and so like the hands were coming out at you, and I danced through that scene.
I did too.
Yeah.
Probably because you were dancing.
Yeah, and they had every version of Beetlejuice in there, like every costume change he did in the original movie, like when he was dressed as like the driver, or like when he had the spikes coming out of him. Like there were a bunch of different versions of him.
So cool.
That's what I like too. And there was like the bride Lydia and the regular Lydia, and like there were the
and Adam and Barbra.
Adam and Barbara were in there.
Oh, it was so cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they like embraced the comedy too. Like it wasn't like deliberately funny, but you can tell that they're all like,
it was scary and
around.
funny. Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, it was so cool. And this is from someone who doesn't like haunted houses. I would 1000% recommend this. If you like haunted houses, if you don't, it's just super cool looking.
Yeah.
Like,
I gotta say, it's my favorite one I've ever been in.
It's my favorite one I've ever been in.
I normally don't get scared regardless. I'm just not really afraid of haunted houses.
Yeah.
But I really loved the set. Scenery. I loved being in the set of this one.
The jump scares don't bother you, loud noises and screams don't bother you, and you're like, oh, look, cool scenery. But they do bother me. So most of the time I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cower. But since this was like fun and like we're all like partying up in there, I was able to like look around and really enjoy.
That's the
how
first
it
time I
looks.
ever saw you look at things in a haunted house.
Yeah.
Normally your
Well,
head
I
is
didn't.
buried into my back.
In this one, I was just partying.
Yeah,
Like, it was just
you
ball.
had a great time.
I had such a good time. I think that we should go now because it's Halloween and we want to put on our costumes and stuff. Well, thank you for watching. If you like this video and want to see more footage like this, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.